Hello everyone! Right in front of us is the village gate. Now, let's walk through the gate and begin our journey. For many Vietnamese villages, the village gate is much more than just an entrance. It serves as a symbol of the community and marks the beginning of a place where generations of families have lived together. Over the years, many things have changed, but the village gate remains a familiar landmark that welcomes people home whenever they return. Today, I'm excited to invite you to join me on a relaxing walk through the small village where I live in the Vietnamese countryside. I hope this journey brings you a peaceful and enjoyable experience, and that you'll find a few moments to simply relax and take in the beauty of everyday rural life. On the left, you can see local farmers working in the fields. The road we are walking on is the village's main street, leading directly toward the center of the community. Years ago, many rural roads in Vietnam were nothing more than dirt paths or narrow gravel lanes. On the right, you'll see the village cemetery, the final resting place of many local residents. Today, most of the roads have been paved with concrete or asphalt, making it much easier for people to travel around the village. As we continue walking, you'll notice houses lining both sides of the road. One of the most interesting things is that no two homes look exactly alike. Some are modern multi-story houses built over the past couple of decades as living standards have improved. These homes often feature spacious balconies, large windows, and contemporary designs. Standing beside them are more traditional homes with distinctive red tile roofs. Although they may not be as large or as modern, they have a simple charm that has long been associated with rural Vietnam. On a sunny day, the bright red rooftops stand out beautifully against the blue sky, creating a peaceful and picturesque landscape. One of my favorite things about this village is the way the old and the new exist side by side. You'll often see a modern three-story house right next to a traditional home with a brick courtyard, potted plants, and a weathered red-tiled roof. These different architectural styles blend together naturally, reflecting how rural Vietnam continues to develop while preserving its cultural heritage. Along the way, you'll occasionally see narrow roads branching off from the main street. In Vietnam, these smaller roads are commonly called NGO or Exxon. There isn't a perfect English translation because they describe unique parts of Vietnamese village life. A NGO is usually a narrow alley leading to a cluster of homes, while a song refers to a small neighborhood where families have lived together for many years. As we continue toward the center of the village, the atmosphere will gradually become livelier. In just a few minutes, we'll arrive at a small local market known as a Cho Coc, a traditional roadside market where villagers gather each day to buy and sell fresh produce, homemade foods, and everyday household goods. As you can probably notice, the atmosphere is becoming much livelier. More people are walking, riding bicycles, or traveling by motorbike. The sounds of friendly conversations, greetings, and small business transactions fill the air, creating a scene that's typical of many rural communities across Vietnam. Just ahead of us is the village's small local market. In Vietnamese, it's called a Cho Coc, which literally translates to a small roadside market. Despite its unusual name, it has nothing to do with frogs. Instead, it refers to a modest neighborhood market that develops naturally to serve the daily needs of local residents. For many villagers, this isn't just a place to shop. It's also a place to meet neighbors, catch up with friends, and stay connected with the community. Every morning, farmers bring the products they've grown in their gardens or harvested from their fields. Others arrive with homemade foods or fresh ingredients produced by their own families. The selection changes throughout the year because everything depends on the growing season. Every visit offers something a little different, allowing people to enjoy produce that's fresh, local, and naturally in season. Beyond fruits and vegetables, many vendors sell foods they've made themselves. You might find freshly made tofu, eggs collected that very morning, traditional rice cakes prepared using family recipes, or freshwater fish caught from nearby ponds and rivers. Others offer fresh meat, herbs, spices, or ingredients commonly used in Vietnamese home cooking. Take a look around. You'll see bundles of freshly picked vegetables that still look as if they've just come out of the garden. Some leaves are still covered with tiny drops of water after being washed. Nearby are baskets filled with seasonal fruits and freshly harvested root vegetables, neatly arranged and ready for customers. One of the things I love most about this market is how personal everything feels. Most of the people selling here aren't professional merchants. They're ordinary villagers and farmers who grow vegetables, raise chickens or ducks, cultivate fruit trees, or produce food on a small scale. After harvesting enough for their own families, they bring the surplus here to earn a little extra income while providing fresh food for their neighbors. Besides food, you'll also notice small stalls selling everyday household items. Simple kitchen tools, brooms, plastic baskets, hats, sandals, clothing, and other daily necessities are all available here. The market may be small, but it provides nearly everything local families need for everyday life. Older villagers often treat the market as a daily gathering place. After finishing their shopping, many stay a little longer to chat with neighbors. Conversations about farming, grandchildren, local events, or everyday life continue long after the shopping is done. It's these simple interactions that give the market its warm and welcoming atmosphere. Like many rural communities, this village has changed over the years. Roads have improved, houses have become larger, and shopping options have expanded. Yet despite these changes, the Kokok continues to play an important role in daily life. Unlike large supermarkets or modern shopping centers, a Kokok is simple and unpretentious. Most vendors don't have permanent shops. Instead, they set up small tables, woven baskets, plastic tubs, or even just a tarp spread out on the ground to display their goods. Because everything travels such a short distance from farm to market, much of the produce is harvested just hours before it's sold. That's one of the reasons many local people still prefer shopping here, even though supermarkets and convenience stores have become more common in nearby towns. In large cities, shopping is often quick and efficient. People pick up what they need, pay, and leave without much conversation. Here, things happen at a slower pace. A purchase often begins with a warm greeting, followed by a friendly chat before anyone even starts talking about prices. It's a rhythm of life that's becoming less common in today's busy world. Most of the people selling here aren't professional merchants. What do you think about this place? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so be sure to leave me a comment below. Before the sun rises high in the sky, the countryside is already awake. Despite its modest size, the market offers almost everything local families need for the day. Fresh ingredients, household items, kitchen tools, clothing, and countless everyday necessities can all be found within just a short walk. As the morning continues, the market slowly begins to empty. Families head home carrying bags filled with vegetables, meat, fish, and everything needed to prepare the day's meals. The lively conversations gradually fade as vendors pack up their goods and the village road becomes quiet once again. But for most villagers, the day is only beginning. After breakfast, many make their way to the rice fields, vegetable gardens, orchards, or livestock farms. Some spend the day planting crops. Others care for chickens, ducks, or water buffalo, while many work in fruit gardens that have been passed down through generations. I hope today's walk has given you a small glimpse into everyday life in a Vietnamese village. Vietnam is home to thousands of villages, and each one has its own unique identity. Some are surrounded by endless rice fields. Others are known for traditional crafts that have been passed down through generations. Some sit beside peaceful rivers, while others rest at the foot of green mountains. Although each village has its own character, they all share something in common: a close connection between people, nature, and tradition. Now, I think it's time to find something for my own breakfast. I'm thinking about trying a traditional cake made from rice. Let's go take a look, and I'll introduce it to you right now.
Cho cháu 10.000 bánh cuốn với một cái bánh chưng.
Gắt hàng thế rồi còn gì nữa. Nào đứng. Một bánh chưng to ấy à?
Vâng, đấy là bánh chưng to.
Đấy, bánh trắng tê nóng ngon. Cắt bánh chưng nóng nha. Đâu em gái em đang ăn gì à? Em không, em định mua tí bún tốt.
It looks like I'll be paying about $1.50 for today's breakfast.
Chị ăn bánh gì đấy? Thế à?
Now, come join my little daughter and me as we enjoy our breakfast together. We hope you'll enjoy this moment with us. First, I'll pour the dipping sauce into a bowl. This is called bánh quan tôm, a traditional Vietnamese rice roll. It's made by soaking rice in water, grinding it into a smooth batter, and then steaming it into thin, delicate sheets.
Chấm ít thôi, cả mặn con. Đấy, mình thấy ngon.
It's absolutely delicious. The flavor is amazing, everyone. And here's another traditional Vietnamese dish. This is called bánh chưng. It's made with glutinous rice, mung beans, and a savory filling that's seasoned with spices, traditionally including pork, wrapped in green leaves and slowly boiled for many hours. It's one of Vietnam's most iconic traditional foods.
Wow.
In the past, my family usually made bánh chưng only for Tet, the Vietnamese Lunar New Year. It has long been a symbol of family reunions, gratitude, and the arrival of a new year. Today, you can find it throughout the year, but it still holds a special place in Vietnamese culture. Thank you so much for joining me on today's walk. I truly appreciate you spending your time exploring my village with me. If you enjoy videos like this that showcase the authentic countryside of Vietnam, peaceful walking tours, and everyday rural life, I hope you'll join me again in future adventures as we continue discovering more beautiful places together. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and thank you again for watching. See you in the next video.